Welcome to the weekly show with me. Please don't go and turn off your TV. Welcome to the weekly show. Hello and welcome to the weekly show with Henry Bendon. This week with both a jacket and a colored shirt and a Fender bass amplifier as a desk. So we're sort of evening ourselves out on the professionalism level. Alright, in the news, since 2004, 10 people in the United States have been shot by their dogs. Shockingly, of those 10, only 4 were in Florida. In all cases, police have filed no charges as the dogs were determined to be standing on the gun on the ground. So much for man's best friend. This week marks the 15th anniversary of the continuous habitation of the International Space Station. The space station, which is roughly the size of, has roughly the living space of a jumbo jet, orbits 250 miles above the Earth and cost about $100 billion to build. The space station is the second most impressive thing NASA was involved in this year after the movie The Martian. The following is a public service announcement. Wildlife managers in Yellowstone have been forced to euthanize 24 bears this year. If you plan on going to Yellowstone, please do not get eaten by a grizzly bear, because then we will have to euthanize a member of an endangered species. The story again, do not get eaten by a bear. Please don't get eaten by a bear. Don't do it. Thank you. Moving on, in Oregon and Washington, Chipotle has been forced to close 43 of its locations after they've been linked to an E. coli outbreak. Said area teenagers, I'd risk it. Antarctica is gaining ice, which means that global warming is probably over now. So, we fixed it. Good job, humans. Alright. Speaking of gradual cooling, it's getting close to winter outside, which means that it's time for seasonal changes in your wardrobe. For more on this, join me outside as we talk more. With the warm days of summer and fall aside and the 2015 midterm election already voted for, it's now time to look to our weekly show winter clothing guidelines. As you can see outside, it is cold, but not too cold. So at the moment, a jacket and pants will suffice. Should any of you decide to move to Chicago, you will need more than that because it's colder there. But as long as you're here, this will probably get you through the whole winter, as long as you add on a hat and gloves, maybe an undershirt. When you're looking at shoes, wear shoes. Definitely wear shoes. They're the best thing that you can do for your feet to keep them warm. Also wool socks, but mostly make sure you have shoes on. Thanks from that, me from outside, wearing a different jacket and shirt and making things look kind of weird when you edit the whole show together. Now, other things also happened in the world this week, so the show continues. Republican candidates had their representatives meet this week to discuss further debate strategies in that they want to deal with the debate people beforehand. Some candidates have suggested that moderators should only be allowed to moderate if they voted in a Republican primary, which would make my dad eligible, actually. Anyway, to explain how that affects the campaign, I'm going to go find Mr. McCarthy and make him do an interview so he can explain to you what that means for the campaign. Let's do that.
Okay, so we came to talk to Mr. McCarthy about the debates and what the candidates are meeting about and why they care. Hi, Mr. McCarthy.
Hi, Henry.
So, why are the candidates meeting up?
Well, I guess it's because they don't like the questions or the tone of the questions they have been asked in the debate. Especially that most recent one. But also, it's pretty much because Republicans know that if enemy number one is Obama and the Democrats and Hillary Clinton, enemy 1A is what Governor Palin once called the lamestream media.
Thanks, Mr. McCarthy.
So now this week we've done 2 things outside with other people, which is exciting because we're bringing... actually the first one was also me. Anyway, it was one person was in an interview. That was cool. Alright. Bye.